Anaconda follows a National Geographic documentary crew traveling deep into the Amazon rainforest to film a rare, elusive tribe. Their journey takes a dangerous turn when they rescue a stranded hunter, Paul Cerrone, who secretly plans to use the crew to capture a legendary giant anaconda, one of the largest and deadliest snakes ever rumored to exist. As the river journey continues, the crew finds themselves trapped between the unforgiving jungle and a monstrous predator. The protagonists are the documentary crew, led by director Terry Flores, played by Jennifer Lopez, and anthropologist Stephen Cale, played by Eric Stoltz. They're written as mostly capable, well-meaning professionals, though not especially deep characters. Their primary function is to react to escalating danger rather than drive the story forward. Ice Cube's Danny Rich adds some personality and skepticism, helping ground the film with a bit of humor and realism. There are effectively two antagonists, the anaconda itself and Paul Cerrone, played by Jon Voight. Cerrone is the more memorable threat. He's manipulative, untrustworthy, and clearly unhinged, acting as the human embodiment of greed and obsession. The snake, while terrifying in concept, is more of a force of nature, unstoppable and impersonal. The plot is simple and very much in line with 1990s creature features: travel somewhere dangerous, ignore warning signs, unleash a monster, and try to survive. It's straightforward and predictable, but that simplicity also keeps the pacing tight and accessible. The script does its job, but rarely rises above genre expectations. Characters often make questionable decisions to keep the story moving, and logic frequently takes a back seat to spectacle. Still, the script understands its audience and never pretends to be more sophisticated than it is. Dialogue is functional, occasionally cheesy, and sometimes unintentionally funny. Jon Voight's exaggerated accent and line delivery stand out the most, whether for better or worse depends on the viewer. It adds to the film's cult appeal but undercuts realism. A notable weakness is how many coincidental events must happen for the film to proceed. The exact rescue of Cerrone, repeated engine and mechanical failures, perfectly timed snake appearances, and characters constantly being separated at the worst possible moments. The story relies heavily on these conveniences, which can strain believability. Performances are mixed. Jennifer Lopez delivers a solid, straightforward lead performance. Ice Cube is likable and natural. Eric Stoltz is subdued, almost to a fault. Jon Voight, however, steals the movie with a wildly over-the-top performance that becomes the film's most talked-about element, perhaps even more than the snakes. The horror leans more toward suspense and sudden shocks than sustained terror. The jungle setting creates claustrophobia, and the fear of what might be lurking beneath the water works effectively, even if the film rarely becomes truly scary. The cinematography makes good use of the lush rainforest environment. Wide shots of the river contrast nicely with tight, enclosed boat scenes, reinforcing the sense of isolation. While not visually groundbreaking, it's competent and atmospheric. The anaconda itself is a mix of practical effects and early CGI. By modern standards, the visual effects look dated, but for its time, the snake was fairly impressive. Its sheer size and presence are emphasized well, even if its behavior sometimes feels exaggerated beyond realism. So what's our final verdict? Anaconda is a flawed but entertaining creature feature that knows exactly what it is. It's not smart, subtle, or particularly logical, but it is fun, fast-paced, and memorable. If you enjoy 90s monster movies, jungle survival stories, or so bad it's good performances, this film is worth watching at least once. This is a good popcorn horror adventure. If you enjoyed this review, like, comment, and subscribe for more movie content and reviews.